Let me guess. You've heard the rumors that Cal State LA is a socially dead college. Well, I'm here to tell you that is drum roll. I'm just playing. Yeah. For the most part, I think, in my personal opinion, I think it's true. Why should you believe me? You ask. You see that sign right there that says Cal State University San Bernardino? Okay. I am from Cal State LA. Ignore that. I was accepted at San Bernardino and I received that and I hanged it up and I never took it out. And I don't know. One of these days. But then again, I thought it was kind of cool, so. But let's go back. Yeah, for the most part, I think it's true. It's definitely not a party school. Everybody will keep to themselves. But that doesn't make it a bad school. You know? I guess I'll talk a little bit about my experience. But in the beginning, I honestly didn't like this school in the beginning. I was not happy about coming here. I was just like, dang it. I knew I should have gone to San Bernardino and all this stuff. Because honestly, the environments are very different. Like, I think San Bernardino is super lively. And they have a lot of cool stuff over there. Like, the times that I went to visit and stuff. But it was just too far. And I didn't want to dorm. Okay? And I just chose Cal State LA because it was it was the closest option and stuff. But I kind of grew to like the school, and yeah, in the beginning it was kind of hard. I think it really takes getting yourself to participate in the activities that they hold on campus. So the thing about Cal State LA is that it's a commuter campus. There's a lot of people that they'll just show up to class, and then once class is over, they're out the door. They're running out. So it is kind of hard to make friends that way if everybody's just running out the door and like going home and stuff, right? But I think that once you just get accustomed to the environment and everybody like starts to recognize your face and things like that, like I think you become a little closer to people, and then like after a few weeks that have gone by and stuff, it's easier to go up to people and talk to them. In the beginning I used to be one of those students that would show up to class, and then right after class was over I was just out the door, and I would just go down and to the train station or whatever and go home. A lot of people can complain about Cal State LA and they can say it's so dead. I've been here for 2 years and I haven't made any friends. Well, ask yourself this, like, what are you doing? Are you one of those people who go out the door and like not try to talk to anybody? You know, are you staying on campus or are you running off? You know? Like, how do you expect to make friends if you're like not even participating in the activities that happen on campus? Anyways, back to my experience. So at one point, I just decided, okay, let me take the time to familiarize myself with the campus and see what's going on. And you know what? There was always something going on campus. I don't know if you guys have heard of Eddie Fest, but they had this event somewhere around spring. I don't remember the day, but they brought out this huge boulder, like what? Like, not a boulder, rock climbing thing. And they also had music. Ah! Let me pause the video. I just want to begin by saying that you should really try to take I don't even know how to explain it, but take things with a grain of salt. You know, a lot of people can say negative things on the internet. And I mean, I've seen a lot of negative things about Cal State LA on TikTok. But remember, those are people's opinions and those are their experiences. And just because they had a rough time making friends or other things happen to them, that doesn't mean that the same thing is going to happen to you and that you're going to have the same experience, right? So take those things into account before you make any decisions. Also, when you pick out a school, yeah, try to do research on it, but also think about who you are as a person. Are you social? Do you want to go to a school that's a party school? Do you want to be in an environment where everybody keeps to themselves? Think about those things. Now, in my experience, I think Cal State LA is more on the socially dead side, but that doesn't mean that things don't happen on campus. You just have to attend and look for the activities that are going on campus, because there's always something going on. I was one of those people where I would go to school every single day and I had a really hectic schedule. Let me show you. I'm not going to show you, but I'm going to talk about it. So, for example, Mondays were my longest days. I was literally outside all day. I'm talking about... Okay, I do work study, so I would show up to an elementary school around 9 in the morning, and then I'd be out of there by 12:30. And then Cal State LA was like, what, 3 minutes away from the elementary school. So right after I finished my hours, I would go straight to Cal State LA, and I would try to get on campus by like 12:40-ish. I don't know. But my class didn't start until like 1:40 p.m. Either way, I would make it there. I'd attend class. It was like about an hour long. You know, class would end around 2:50-ish. Sometimes 2:55. I don't know. And then 3 p.m. I had another class. Wouldn't end until like 4:30, and then 5, from 4:30 to like 6 it was free, right? But by 6 p.m. I had to be at I had another class, and it didn't end until 8:40, and I was out. Basically, my Mondays were so packed. And then the next day, I had a class that would start like at 9:50. I don't know. It would start early in the morning, and then it would end like around 10:30. And then I had like this huge gap where my next class wasn't until 4:30 p.m. So I had like what, a huge gap. And again, I'm telling you, like, I had such a hectic schedule, but I was practically on campus I was there every day, Monday through Friday. And I'd be there like from the morning to late at night to evening, whatever. Like, it would just depend like what day it was, but because I was on campus all the time, I would always find something to do. And okay, so once I was out of class, I would take a small break. I would walk around, sit by a tree or something. And yeah, like, I did have a hard time making friends on campus because it's a commuter school. And even like when I got to know everyone within my class, and when I felt comfortable talking to them, and I familiarized myself with their faces and everything, and like when I became closer to them and stuff, it was still kind of hard for them to hang out, because like a lot of them, they were rushing out the door. they're like, I would tell them like, hey, do you want to hang out? Do you want to walk around? I don't know, whatever. And they'd be like, sorry, I have to go to work, or sorry, I don't know, I have to go do this and that. And yeah, they were just running off, But so yeah, it was kind of hard, but I did end up making friends. I would go attend the activities that were being held on campus, and the people that were showing up, those are the people that I ended up networking with, and hanging out with and stuff, I feel like I kind of got a little off track, because at first I was talking about like I would go sit by a tree or something. No, but that's what I liked to do. I would grab something to eat, because sometimes I would sometimes I had early classes and I didn't eat breakfast or something, so I would definitely grab something to eat, and then I'd sit by a tree. And sometimes, like, I would call my friend on the phone, or I'd just be talking to her. And then afterwards, I'd be like, oh, you know, let me go to the gym now. So I would go to the gym, and I'd be there for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, sometimes an hour. Really, it depended on my energy that day. And then right after the gym, again, I'd be walking around, and there were posters in the student union, and I would read them, and I'd see, oh, there's something going on today, or oh, there's going to be something going on this day at this time, and so I would attend. Or sometimes I didn't even have to read what was on the flyer. Sometimes, like, just because I was around campus and I'd see those, like anytime that there was an event, they always had like these red tents. So every time I saw those red tents, I would always go. And yeah, I would just end up participating. I wanted to do this off camera, but for the most part, the point that I wanted to get out of this chit chat video is that Cal State LA is not a bad school. There's a lot of opportunities that go on. There's a lot of activities that go on campus, and there's a lot of people that put a lot of effort into these events that go on within the campus. And really it comes down to what you do and what you make out of your own experience at the campus. I also wanted to clarify something because I don't want anybody getting the wrong idea from this, because I know that I kept saying like, oh, people would run off, but that was just me trying to be funny. But I understand, like, people have their own lives, they have their own schedules, and they have things that they need to do, right? Like, you're not always going to, like, that's what makes it kind of hard to hang out with people, right? And once again, the people that you are going to end up hanging out with, if you ever go to these events, are those that are attending the events themselves, the ones that stay on campus or come back to campus, and again, they like to participate. So that's where you'll find somebody. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.